the things that you need to remember with free and clear properties is that these individuals may not have a lot of pain.
Right.
Some of them, they're not very motivated because they're only paying taxes and insurance, and it could be a few $100s a month. So if it's rented, they're cash flowing, right? So some of them might think about putting their house on the market just to see what they can get, to get a feel for it. Some of them could care less because they could continue renting it out. Okay. Others might be getting tired of being landlords and they just want to sell and be done. Okay. But because the pain as far as paying a mortgage is not so high, then they could go either way. All right. So finding out specifically if the house is vacant or not, or when the lease terminates, is a good point to know. All right. Finding out what their plans are with the money. You can ask questions.
Okay, that's
This
good.
is great. So this is, yeah, ask them like, oh, you want to sell? Wonderful. But what are you planning on doing?
That's good. Okay, I got you.
Okay. Because when you get an idea of their plans, then you can also help them maybe see a different perspective or maybe hold off on those plans. Okay. If they want to tell you, I want to sell my house so I can retire and move to Florida. Okay. That's something totally different. If they say, I'm selling my house because my wife or my husband passed away and I want to line things up for my kids in case something happens to me, that's something totally different. Right? Because if you know that, then you can ask them, okay, so you want to do some type of like estate planning? They say yes. So do you need the money right now, or do you have any other properties? What if they have a couple of properties, 3, 4, 5 properties or more? Or what if they could care less about the money, they care more long term? So finding out those needs, okay, they might want to pay the college tuition for their grandkids, okay? So finding out what their motivation is or what they think their needs are is going to help you structure something that will meet those needs. Okay, it's so important because if they might tell you I want all the cash up front, but in actuality, they might be able to structure something with you where a portion of the money annually or can go pay for their grandkids' tuition. Or instead of paying them, if something happens to them, it goes into their estate. It goes into their kids. You know, you can put things in place that meets their needs.
Okay. Okay.
So just think outside of the box. Now also find out, it's important to, you know what I said, don't give offers over the phone, okay? Especially if you have not seen the condition of the property.
Right.
Okay. And if it's possible to meet them in person is key because you build rapport that way and they will like and trust you. And when people do business, people only do business with people they like and people they trust, right? So the more touches you have, the more you educate them, the more you tell them how the market is, and you being a real estate agent can easily do that, right? Because they might have a perception that is not accurate about their property. Okay.
Okay.
They might be 30 years outdated. Educating someone to bring them down to reality is very important.
Okay. Gotcha.
You just have to dig in a little deeper. People make decisions based on pain or pleasure,
Right.
right? If they're building a new house or if they're getting married and they're moving, to a different state, that's exciting. So find out, just ask more questions.
Okay. Okay.
First of all, Francisco, don't lose an opportunity to schedule an appointment. If you get them on the phone and they give you this information, say your property looks like it could meet our buying criteria. Next step would be for me to schedule an appointment and come and meet you in person and evaluate the condition of the property, see if it meets our buying criteria, okay? Because it looks like it could, and we'll be able to give you an offer on the spot.
Okay.
So that is key. You need to schedule an appointment. Don't, because if I call them, I'm going to beat you to the punch, right? So if there's another investor doing exactly what you're doing, calling them, and they like and they trust them too, and he goes or she goes and explains numbers and they can solve their problem, they'll get the deal before you do. In the meantime, you come across, or you go to the appointment, or you come across something else, let me know.
Absolutely.
Okay, you got this. We can get it. And